Hi, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this week's Mindfulness Monday session. It's great to be with you, and I hope that you're all doing well. I'd like to begin this week's session by acknowledging the First Nations peoples who have cared and continue to care for the country on which VMCH serves. As a community at VMCH, we pay our respects to elders and leaders of these lands, past, present, and emerging, and we continue to commit and pledge ourselves to work together towards true and authentic reconciliation of all First Nations and Indigenous people of this beautiful country that we call home, Australia. This week, I'd like to suggest that we go on an imaginative journey, an imaginative pilgrimage. And given our theme or topic for this particular month of November, it is dignity. So I'm going to end this session with a bit of a reflection where we can consider ourselves to be special, unique people with a unique and inherent dignity. So for those who don't know, just very briefly, a pilgrimage is a journey one goes on to expand one's horizon. And often a pilgrimage includes a spiritual element. So for example, if we look within the Christian tradition, Christians throughout the world go on pilgrimages to places like the Holy Land. In more recent years, we see our young people within the church go on World Youth Day pilgrimages to particular sites and locations throughout the world to come together as a community of young people within the church. Within the Catholic tradition, we see Catholics travel often to far distances to acknowledge significant Catholic saints, and even quite practical pilgrimages. We see people walk the Santiago de Compostela and other walking pilgrimages. And obviously built into those is a particular element of prayer and reflection and quietness and solitude. We see within the Islamic tradition, obviously the annual Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca, and also within Buddhism, the Lumbini experience as well. So in this session this week, let's all treasure the paths that are closest to us. I'm going to invite you to go on an imaginative pilgrimage of your daily life. So as a starting point, I'd like you to imagine the place in which you were born and raised. And let's not be too scientific or analytical about this particular process. If you're a person like me who was brought up in regional New South Wales, and we moved around quite a lot, working and living on farms, try not to become or make this process too complicated. Just pick one particular place in which you were either born or spent a significant time of your upbringing. Going to guide you through a number of different sites that you may wish to choose to travel on. And given we're coming up to the season of Christmas, and obviously transitioning into the new year, it might actually provide a wonderful opportunity for you to put this imaginative pilgrimage into practice by actually recovering and getting to know a few of your founding places. The question I'm going to pose to you is, which sacred places and spaces will you visit? And I'd ask you to have a broad understanding of these sacred spaces. So they don't necessarily always need to be churches or Christian shrines or anything like that, or a particular place of worship. But also places like Aboriginal sacred sites can tell us so many narratives about our founding story. A cemetery might sound or come across a little bit morbid, but whenever I'm visiting loved ones in cemeteries, I also take the time to get to know or just have a casual walk around the different headstones where my loved ones and family members are buried, because their memorial plaques can tell us so much, not only of them, but also the world in which we live. How about an Anzac Day memorial? Often something that we celebrate or commemorate around Anzac Day each year, and at other times throughout the year as well. A hospital. In fact, the next time you're going to a hospital to visit a loved one who may be sick, or perhaps even dying within a hospital. I encourage you to notice as you walk through the doors the founding story, and often these are recounted in a bronze memorial plaque just on the left or right in the entryway of these hospitals. Or perhaps nowadays they might be looping on a television screen or something like that. Get to know the founding story as to why that hospital was actually created for that particular location. Might go on a pilgrimage to a place of action for justice. Now, some of us are involved in a range of different charitable and other social justice opportunities and initiatives. Get to know the heart, the reason why they were in fact brought into place. Was it to serve alongside the homeless? Was it to help particular people in need? Or it might be you just imagining and going on a pilgrimage to a beautiful spot of beauty. So whether it's sitting on a park bench underneath a shady tree, or watching water trickle by a creek, or going to a mountain vista looking out and just witnessing in awe the magnitude of God's creation. Perhaps it's a place and space that I haven't mentioned. But as I said, as we are moving and transitioning into this beautiful time of the year over Christmas and New Year, and hopefully it's an opportunity where you can take a little bit of time out and get to know a little bit more about your founding story, about your narrative. Then just like to share, just by way of conclusion, in concluding our Mindfulness Monday session for this week, a really special reflection, at least it is for me, and it's titled "I'm Special," and it's by an unknown author. And I'm just going to read it out, and hopefully you're able to just close your eyes and let the words that I'm going to share with you resonate. I'm special. The entire world, there's never been another person like me. Nobody has my smile. Nobody has my eyes, my nose, my hair, my hands, or my voice. I'm special. Nobody anywhere has my tastes for food or music or art. No one sees the things just as I do. In all time, there has been no one who laughs like me, no one who cries like me. And what makes me cry and laugh will never provoke identical laughter or tears from anyone else, ever. No one reacts to any situation just as I would react. I'm special. No one in the entire universe can reach the quality of my combination of talents, ideas, abilities, and feelings. Like a room full of musical instruments, some may excel alone, but none of them can match the symphony sounds when they are all played together. I am a symphony. Through all of eternity, no one will ever look, talk, walk, think, or do like me. I'm special. I'm me. I'm special. And I'm beginning to realize it's no accident that I'm special. I'm beginning to see that God made me special for a very special purpose. God must have had a job for me that no one else can do as well as I. Out of the billions of people around the world, no one is as qualified as what I am. Only one person is qualified. Only one person has the right combination of talents of what it takes. That one person is me, because I am special. Well, thanks everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the session this week. It'd be great to join with you again in a future week as we continue our series of mindfulness at VNCH. Thanks everyone, and have a great week.